What we do really well are emergencies and violent crime. And we've been able to reduce that quite a bit. We can go over statistics, but we've been really successful in the past few years. But we've always struggled a little bit with our service levels. Our response time to emergencies is around 7 minutes typically. Our response time to non-emergencies, like a prior event where there's no longer a threat or maybe just not a physical threat, is over 2 hours, sometimes 3, and there are outliers that are even longer than that. So that is one of the things I want to focus on. How do we maintain our violent crime reductions, but also offering a little better service levels and some of those quality of life issues that our people in the community experience. I mean, our taxpayers are often people just working every day, trying to take care of their families. They might not feel the violent crime, but that's very important to us, but they do feel the vehicle burglaries. So how do we make sure that we're giving that a priority enough to make it serious, to make a difference, and not allowing the violence to escalate in our city? Draft 1 through Axon is the AI report writing that can save, we're kind of looking at about 20 minutes per report right now, but we're still barely nibbling on the edges of those time savings because we're still only handling lower level reports. As we get more confident and our officers are more well trained because we have ongoing training, we'll continue to raise the level of the kind of reports they take, and then we'll start to save even more time. So then we'll have more hours or minutes available for our existing officers out on the street to provide that better service and to make those community connections. Well, it's very clear for us. The law, SB 54, and our policy mirror the law. So the law and the guidelines are very well established for us. The bottom line is Fresno, we arrest criminals. We're here to fight crime and to make Fresno safer. Our job is not necessarily to enforce federal laws of any sort. So we're going to continue doing what we do, which is arresting criminals in Fresno to make this a safer place. We don't ask immigration status, whether it's legal or illegal. If you're violating the law in Fresno and it's a statute that we have jurisdiction over, then you're going to be arrested. And that's our position on it. The law is clear. We don't enforce federal law in any way, and we're going to keep doing what we do, which is make Fresno safer. Accountability, as I mentioned to you, has been a big part of my career here, and I think it can be done in a way that doesn't impinge on officers' ability to do their jobs out in the field. We want our officers to feel supported and confident in doing their job, but we also have to have standards, right? If we don't have standards, we have nothing. I'm glad you brought that up because it is like threading a needle. Because I want to be as transparent as I can with a lot of investigations, but what you'll find out is as time goes on, and you may have seen when we've had investigations in the past, is we can try to share as much as we can, but there's sometimes, if it's very serious misconduct, there could be a criminal investigation, and then there's the administrative side. And if we share too much on the administrative side, we jeopardize the officer's due process and our ability to hold them accountable. So it is walking a tightrope, so to speak, I want to share with the community, but I also have to safeguard our ability to properly address that officer through the means possible, whether that's discipline and that entire administrative process.